Hi there, parents. Welcome to your Lionsgate 2022 intuitive card reading. I'm going to tune into spirit and to see what messages are coming in for us to support our kids, to support ourselves as we go on this journey forward with them. The Lionsgate portal happens every year from July 26th to August 12th, with the height of that, the peak of that energy, being on August 8th. Now, this reading, the energy messages, is this going to be for this Lionsgate and into next year, taking us to Lionsgate 2023. My name is Chrissy Whistler. I am an intuitive, an astrologer, and I'm also the parent of two magical, multi-dimensional kids. And if you parents are really struggling right now, if things are hard, if you have a child where you're like, I don't know what to do, they are experiencing this world so differently than I know and understand, please know that you are not alone. I am here for you, to guide you, to link arms with you and walk the path that is meant and right for you and your children. I do offer private readings as well as astrology birth chart readings for adults, but also for kids as well. So if you need that support and you need that guidance, please check out my website in the link below, chrissywhistler.com. And also be sure to like and subscribe. Share this message out there to anyone you feel that this would be supportive for. All right, now if you've never heard the Lionsgate before, as I was saying, this is this portal of energy. It's tied to ancient Egypt, this rising of the star Sirius, and the connection to prosperity, manifestation, spiritual ascension. The rising of Sirius is associated with the rising of the Nile River in ancient Egypt, and this river brought with it nutrients, life-sustaining substance for the land. And that is the energy that we're tapping into. Also, August is the 8th month. August 8, 8, 8. 8 on its side is the infinity number. And that's that constant flow, that constant energy flowing manifestation. So that is what we are tuning into and asking for guidance for our children and for us as parents. So let's get in and see what messages our children have for us at this time. And I'm already hearing the clarity message that this also includes children not yet born. They are here and present with us. They're spiritual soul lights and energy. Okay. Oh, okay. I've got two cards with these guys. So the first is Bath Coal. Let's see. And the second, Alpha of Alcyone. Oh, these children. They, when I do these readings for the kids, these beautiful beings, their energy just doesn't mess around. They are quite powerful and present. All right, so Bath Coal this card is asking us to seek the simplicity of the deepest truths on our heart, to gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. What I'm feeling immediately, there's a lot of emotion coming through. It's in my voice. This just crying feeling. For some of you, I feel that this is a struggle. This is very hard. The world that you are living in has not made this easy. My pendulum is just going crazy. Spirit is saying, anything that does not resonate with your mother's heart or your father's heart, do not listen. Gently but firmly cast those aside and from you, for they are not true and they are not accurate for the child that you have. You know. If it does not feel right to you, then you know the truth. Do not doubt. Do not allow those outside of you, those negative forces, those negative beliefs say otherwise. You know. Only you know. That is your gift. That is what you were called to do with this child or children. Focus on the children. Focus upon your inner knowing, your parent's heart, and then you will then speak from this higher spiritual perspective, this higher understanding of who your children are. For they chose you for a reason over all others. All prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. That includes you and your journey with your children. Now, that is not saying if your prayers are for example, your children to be like quote unquote other normal children, then that prayer will not be answered, because that's not the child that you have. That's not the child that your soul said yes to. This instead is this promise of you returning and reclaiming to your powerful voice, to your powerful inner knowing of who you are as a parent, who your child is. And that will foster great healing and wisdom for our whole planet. And what I'm feeling with this as well is it's like that process of casting aside the doubt, the negativity, the voices of others around you, the expectations and obligations of our world, that is a journey. That is a process of transformation, of reconnecting and reclaiming to who you are. And that journey will happen in the perfect time. And I feel too, for some of you, it may even be this prayer of, will things get easier? And I'm feeling as well like that's not just for these children who are unique and different. I feel that many parents right now are really feeling that anxiety and that energy. Will this get easier? Will this feel safe again? And there is this, again, beautiful reassuring voice to say, yes, it will. In its perfect time, in perfect way, it's coming. But there's this transformation that we must go through, this reconnecting to our voice. What I'm hearing also very strongly is our voice as parents is not being heard enough in this world. That needs to change. We need to tune back in to the power of our voice for all children. No matter, their lights, their colors, their shapes, right? And how brightly they shine, no matter what any of that is. We need to reclaim our voice as parents and speak loudly and demand and demand more for our children, better. And that through us will be bringing this healing to the children. And as we heal and see the children and meet their needs, oh my goodness, that right there is what's going to heal our planet. So Bath Kol is this inner knowing, this truth. And this year ahead, honor your inner knowing. And yes, that may very well be this confrontation of this fear and this anxiety, because you are going through transformation. You are being called to go in a completely unexpected direction. For some of you, you may find yourself with a child. Again, that's unexpected, where you thought you were doing one thing as a parent, that this is what parenting was going to be, and then you have this child and you're like, oh no, that is not who I have. That is not the journey that I am going on. Let go this year ahead of these limited perspectives that we have of our kids, of us as parents, even principles around what parenting is. Like, let go what doesn't feel right, what doesn't resonate with that inner knowing, and instead to be guided by Spirit, to be guided by ourselves. This is a sound, this knowing, this is a healing sound, this voice of divine prophecy that we can hear, and that we have this opportunity in this year ahead to bring forward, to bring out into the world. That is our gift. That is what we are being called to do, to speak for our children of this highest potential. And that's just going to manifest in all these beautiful blessings when we follow that. When we tune in to this inner spiritual call and we take whatever leap of faith required to do this, to come into our voice, a voice that may have been lost to you, may have been silenced, and it may be very fearful of your soul to speak. Because your soul is like, hey, I remember, we've done this before, bad things happen. No, now is the time to bring it forward, to bring your voice back out into the world, into a way that is you and that is authentic. This is this energy, parents, of this coming back to life and this coming into demand to stand firm for our children, for their needs. This she, which is just really beautiful, she is this potent portal, her presence, Bath Kol, and here we are in this Lionsgate portal, which is this portal of accelerated ascension, and we're going to be feeling that for this year for those of us who are willing to say yes to this transformation, yes to allowing our authentic voice to come out into the world and to speak. And if you do that, watch as the material manifestation comes to you in turn. And yet, courage will be required, even as it will bring these rich rewards on many levels, not just material and in this physical world, but again, spiritual as well. This rippling throughout our whole world and throughout our consciousness. For some of you, you may really be needing to tune into your heart and to listen to your heart without judgment or censorship. You may have intuitions, these inner knowings that need to be recognized. Those are some ways this energy can be coming up for you. You may as well, this year ahead, be bringing into your life, calling in a guide or friends who you can truly trust. Look for, feel for these inklings, these knowings, that things may happen in our world, synchronicity, sightings, like look for repeating numbers, signs from the universe to help you on your path of coming back into your voice, to be this person, this parent of communication between your children and these higher beings and humanity, and bringing that forward. Practice through this next year ahead your power of discernment to filter and notice what's your ego, what's coming in from your heart. And if it is coming from your ego, tune in and ask, how can I learn from this? How can I settle in and be at this more authentic, spiritual place? But Bath Kol, she is an energy of someone who speaks the truth no matter what. And that is you. You have that within you to be that voice. So now we start to tune into these energies of the Alpha of Alcyone. This card is really about a positive twist of faith, and windfalls of good fortune are coming to you. So how beautiful is that? Again, as you tune into your voice, yes, look what will be returning to you. Good fortune, goodwill. Like it's going to feel like all of a sudden fate is going to twist, is going to shift, where things were really hard and difficult and you felt that hold on your throat, on your voice, and you couldn't speak, and yet you tuned in, parents, and you listened to your inner knowing, your inner intuition about your children, and watch how things change. They just pivot. And this brightness and hope that's going to spring in your life, spring forward and shine through all that negativity that was holding you and blocking you. And you find the strength to move through this time of adversity that you may personally be going through in this year ahead, that of course our global world is going through, right? This challenge is you can move through this with more strength the more you tune into your inner knowing and your voice. And it's going to really bring about this experience of peace and love and deep connection with your true self and the universe. Good things are on their way to you. through this transformation process. Oh, I love that. And so what's really beautiful too is here we are at the Lion's Gate, okay, which is all around the star Sirius. And this star, Alcyone, she's actually tied to the Pleiades star system. And that system holds this frequency of love, the sacred feminine power, compassion, and mercy. And that feminine, that divine feminine, which has been so missing from our world, is also saying this is coming back online right now. And you may very well be someone who could speak that and bring that truth out. This emotional intelligence, this need for space holding. What I'm feeling very strongly here is with Alcyone, this goddess energy that she is of grace and mercy. And that's especially true in the face of this heart-wrenching loss, which some of you may be feeling right now. Some of you may be going through as this world shifts and changes, as these things that are crumbling, that aren't working, fall away. So there is this so much just love and reassurance coming through with her energy saying, yes, you will find your way through this moment in time. And I am here to comfort you and hold you whenever you need it. We are really coming into this new era of happiness at the other side of this transformation. Yes, you may be in this deepest, darkest phase of suffering right now, but trust, please, please trust that you are beginning to emerge on the other side of this, parents. You are coming into yourself, into your own shining star to shine forth for your kids and their needs, however that is. You may find during this year ahead that really tuning into meditation, relaxing, you know what, even daydreaming or just going and walking in nature can really help you, can really connect you to pulling back from the intensity of the world and reconnecting within yourself to your imagination, to your intuition, your inner knowing. That might be coming very heightened and very potent for you in this year ahead. Again, this acceleration, this is an acceleration ascension portal, the Lion's Gate, so that might come in very strongly for you. Yeah, it's really this energy of be consciously aware of when you need to switch off and relax, pull back from the world and the stress to tune into your intuition. Reconnect to your optimism and to your happiness and joy, even as you go through these tough times. It's that energy, it's holding on to, like gratitude. Holding on to gratitude when it feels like everything is lost and taken away from you, and yet you say, I am so grateful that I have my breath. Or I'm so grateful that my body is standing on these 2 feet on this earth at this time. That energy, that focus will help bring about this end to the anxiety or to whatever's really difficult and fearful for you. And you feel your energy shift as you call that in for yourself. We are entering a new reality of happiness that is available to us now, even in the challenge. And that's how we do it, is getting present and holding that gratitude for what we have. But stay steady this year ahead. You are making your way into this new light to this new happy start of your life. All right, let's see what other messages Spirit has to guide us on our way as parents. Be flexible. 9 also is the number of completion. So, yeah, as we go through this, no matter what it is, be flexible. Allow yourself to move through these energies. Don't hold firm. Don't be rigid. Let go. Let go also of expectations and obligations that you might be holding on to. Clearing energy for you around that. Yeah, what are you holding on to around in regards to your children? And it could too, I'm feeling some energy of like what's holding you back from tuning into that optimism energy, into that light. You might have a really hard time seeing and believing that. So what is that for you? Kind of get to know that energy. And as you get to know it, right, you're tuning into this inner knowing, you'll be able better to say, okay, this is why this fear is coming up for me. Like, this is the root of what it is. Now that you see it and you've witnessed it, that's how you begin that transformation for that healing process to occur. So I just fell over, didn't I? So they're saying there's something else to add about as you become more and more flexible, okay? That's what's really going to help bring about that twist of fate that I was talking about earlier, and to bring in this windfall of this good fortune that is destined for you as you do this. And to give yourself that strength, like, yes, again, like, be flexible. Don't hold on to things right now. Expectations, obligations, ideas in your head that things should be a certain way. This is not the time for that. We are coming into a lot of change, a lot of spiritual ascension. And so we need to be really comfortable and really good at letting things go that are holding us back, that are keeping our throats, our voice closed. We need to open them. We need to let go and let love in wherever it needs to flow in our life. Allow yourself that flexibility to do so. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you do all that, and look what comes your way, parents. Your way, okay, and this is also for your children. They're telling me very specifically. Your children are going to come into their own success adventures. Your children are going to be leading you onto new adventures this year ahead. Oh my gosh. Potential. All right, wow. You know, when I go and I tune into these children, they just do not mess around. Oh my gosh. All right, so as I said, this transformation, this journey that I've been speaking about here, yes, if you follow it, if you do that, if you are courageous, if you do embrace your voice, even when you're afraid, even when it doesn't yet come out clear, you are going to have success. Like, Spirit is straight up saying, yes, do this. Parents, you've got this. Tune the more you tune into your inner knowing of who your children are, of what they need, success and adventures are coming your way. It is. But you have to do the hardest thing in the world, and that is to trust in your children. To trust in what you cannot control, of who your children are, of how they show up in the world. Their light is meant to be as it's meant to be, just as yours is, just as you were meant to shine. So shine, so speak, and you're going to have allies coming to you. The Black Panther is a very, very powerful shamanic spiritual animal, spirit guide, to lead you through, because for some of you, this is a journey of going through liminal space. You are going between worlds with your children, and you've never walked there before, because it's been closed to you. And so you're doing it. You're going on this new adventure, and you're trusting in that. And you may feel alone, but like you have a guide who is guiding you through that veil, that portal, that magic too of who your child is. And for some of you, you have a real magic child or children on your hands. But tune into the guidance of spirit that is all around you, because again, remember, the more you trust your inner knowing, the more you speak for your children, and you are flexible in your understanding of who they are, the way is going to change. Your life is going to pivot. You are going to go on new adventures. You are going to allow the way forward for your child to have success in who they are, because they get to be who they are. So this card in particular, I'm feeling like several layers to this. And success as a parent, right, that I was sharing with is one. Success for our children is another. Some of our children coming in who are born at this time, they can't succeed in the way the world is, the way the structures and the systems are and set up in place. Like, they're not made for that. They are bringing in gifts from the stars. And these, like, they're so far beyond those energies, the patriarchy of the systems and the structures. Like, they can't do it, and they won't do it. So it's this recognition that we need to provide the space, the adventure, the road, not even a road. For some of you, like, your children are asking you to fully step off any paved road of being a parent, of what the parenting journey you were told was supposed to be. They're saying, go off that road, go follow this little deer path into the wilderness, because that is where I will be finding success, and that's where my gifts, my intuition, my voice is going to shine. And the more you do that, the more you say yes to the adventure of your child's soul, of what they are calling you into, their potential and who they are is going to explode. They will shine so brightly. And Spirit is saying too that this could be in ways that you don't understand too. Like, what I'm hearing is this idea, like how we have the savants, the saviants, these really gifted, unique children. They're like, they have all these, like, really, like, they can play Mozart or whatever at age 3. Like, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about something that you can necessarily label and quantify and define. This energy for some of you and some of your children are going far beyond that, far beyond your understanding. It's a new adventure. They are taking you an adventure into the stars. They are taking you into an adventure of what our world actually is, the dimensions that they travel, the quantum realm which they play on, and they have access to. And like, this is mind-blowing. So it's this, be flexible, parents. If you have someone who shines that brightly, who is and fully walks their little star being self, go with it. Trust in that adventure. Trust to where they are leading you. You will have support. You will have guidance. It will come to you so long as you ask for it. It will lead into success for who your child is. And it's going to lead into success for you as a parent, into this alignment of happiness, where you're releasing the judgment, you're releasing the stress, you're releasing all these expectations that were never meant for the child that you have. And that's going to bring you into this contented success energy, parents. Oh my goodness, these children, they are just magical. And I'm telling you, they do not mess around with these readings. Oh, but just please, please, please let them lead you into this new adventure. And I find that you may be really surprised that they're actually leading you into the venture that's on your soul as well. Some of these kids are leading you back to yourself. They are unlocking your blocked voice and helping you reclaim yourself. And as you do, it's like bam, suddenly everything shifts and twists and changes, and this happiness opens up for you. Success and fortune, blessings, love that just comes to you. Oh my goodness. All right, little children. Okay, kiddos, what other message do you have for your parents? I'm saying that because I feel them so strongly around me right now. Oh my gosh. All right, kids, what messages do you have for your parents? What do they need to know? This time, this Lionsgate portal to guide you, support you, what do they gotta know? This is a real intense world we're living in. Oh my gosh. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. And I'm just going to point out, we've got Thoth right here, who is Hermes Trismegistus, father of medicine. This is the father of communication and writing. We have Hathor here as well. I believe that's Sekhmet. Very strong, divine energy. So, okay, I'm just going to keep pulling, and then we're gonna read this overall message. The Great Severing. Here we go. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Well, parents, I did ask our children for guidance, and they are sure giving it to us. Okay, so I said some of our kids and some of your kids are going to be these star beings, like straight up, they are these star ancestors coming forward at this time. They are here to guide us and to move us into this new world, this new earth, this new ascension process. They're here for that. More energy clearing for them. So there's 2 layers I'm immediately feeling with this energy. Hidden secrets. Even just with the astrology, this is a time where what has been hidden from us as a collective humanity will be revealed. I'm feeling a lot of lost ancient wisdom returning to us, coming back online. This can be, it feels like possibly like at this global level, like with the hidden secrets of what's been kept from us, but really, like, I mean, that's a possibility, but I'm feeling this more deeply in that spiritual realm, in our own transformation process as we reconnect to ourselves, as we meditate, as we tune into this spiritual energy of this Lion's Gate portal and through this year ahead, that it is through us that we will be receiving and having this return of this lost wisdom. But even more strongly, this lost wisdom is going to be returning to us through these children. And this isn't just the superstar children that I've been telling you about, who are just going to be mind-blowing things open. This also is reflected and coming through all kids, no matter their star or how brightly they shine or how different or normal they are, like that. Our kids have the wisdom. We as parents need to step back, kind of like shut our mouth, if you will, of these obligations we're putting on them or these expectations in our mind. Just shut all that off and actually look deeper to what they're saying, to what they're acting, because they are gateways. They are gateways for this lost wisdom to come through, and we need to listen to them. We need to listen to, again, their connections. I find this very strongly with my daughter, Kate. She's got a lot of Gemini energy. And when she speaks, she's very much actually tuning into this quantum realm, and she will be communicating with my spirit guides and then just speaking them to me. So she is just a little vocal being for that energy. And so that may show up for you and your children in a way similar to that, just as an example. And I mean, again, are we not in a time of great severing? This anger and this conflict, like, yes, this is this energy of our planet right now. It is where we need to be. It's amazing. It's not amazing. Mars energy, as I'm filming this, it is August 1st. We currently have Mars conjunct the north node of the moon and Uranus and Taurus. So there's a lot of this restlessness, this need for freedom, this rising up of anger, of all this restriction and this holding back of taking our voices. It's in the air. But there is this promise of softening into love. This anger and this conflict will not be with us forever. If you have conflict in your life as a parent on a personal level, again, just soften into love. This could be a time where you are severing yourself from people who do not believe, who do not want to listen to your voice and your inner intuition. So that's definitely tying back into this to release them, to send them on their way with love, and to tune back into you, because you are who matter. And our kids, they're asking us to go through this period of time, and it's needed. They're asking us for this year ahead, to really hold this energy through the conflict in our world, to hold it, to hold the vibration, to hold the frequency, to keep going still and quiet, to tune into our inner knowing and bring that out into the world. It's needed. And that us bringing that out into the world, however that manifests for you in your life, it could be at a large scale, it could just be within your family, or just your community, your parish or church or whatever. But that bringing this out, this message, like this is going to help shift this anger and conflict and into love. Like we are actual game changers. We have that role, and our kids are asking us to do this for them because their voices don't matter yet. They cannot speak for themselves. We have to speak for them. We have that power to speak for them. We have that power to change this conflict into love within ourselves as well. So our children, including our own inner children, because you and me, we were once children ourselves, and those parts of us are still there. We are all the breath of the cosmos. And remember that. Hold to that. How we are all connected. We are all one. We are all our star beings wrapped in skin, as my mentor likes to say. The other message I feel with this is to not micromanage the universe. Be mindful if you're micromanaging our kids or your kids, okay? And again, that really goes back forward into this transformation process. Where can you allow them, to be flexible as a parent, to change and shift in your perceptions, in those expectations? To let them be them, to let them walk their path into their adventure, to come into their potential, even if it is incredibly different. So different we've never seen it before. But please know that no matter what this path forward will take you, no matter where you are going, as long as you listen to your intuition, to your inner voice, to your inner parents knowing, it's going to bring you into success. It's going to bring you into the life. It's going to open the potential of your whole life. And you are truly someone who can be an anchor for this lost wisdom. You are someone who can learn from your children, who can bring that wisdom forward with your voice, because again, they cannot speak with authority in the world for themselves, but you can do that. You can be a voice of love amongst everything that is happening. You can hold the cosmos within your heart, within your breath. And what do we need in order to speak? Is we need our breath. And that is you. That is you. And there's so much good on the horizon for you. So do what's scary. Do the thing that scares you and yet fills you with such light, with such knowing. Go do that thing and watch as the way opens, the light clears, and the blessings and fortune just come to you, to your children, to your journey as a parent. No matter how it looks or how it takes shape, or the child that you have. Go on this new adventure with them this year ahead, and return to yourself what was lost. Reawaken to your own potential, even as you see the greater potential of your children. If any of you are really struggling if you have these children who are little star beings on this planet and they're having a hard time and you don't know what to do and this is beyond you, please, please know that you are not alone. My intention and my hope is that no parent goes through their journey, their path alone if they need help. I am here for you. I offer consulting and coaching for these unique beings. If you want a real deep understanding of their astrology, their birth chart can really give a lot of guidance on what that path for them will look like. Believe me, I wish I had had mine when my kids were very young, and they weren't able to communicate and they weren't talking. And I was stumbling my way forward of listening to this inner knowing. So please know you don't have to stumble in that darkness alone. I will walk beside you. You can find my information in the description below, my website. Please reach out and contact me. And please like and subscribe and share this message. If you know someone in your life who has unique, gifted, beautiful children, or if you just know parents who are really having a hard time and you feel this will support them, please send and share. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.